outside leg stump and swing it away. And the only thing, Russ, is that there might be a little bit of dew. That formation of dew just helps the ball to skid on to the bat batting second. That is the only issue. Now, compared to the ODIs played here, second, third, even it really starts worrying the players. So, in the T20 game, the 6 o'clock start would mean the second innings come the second half of the innings. That's when bowlers tend to struggle. The other day I asked you if you wanted dinner and said it's too early. Very early for me. And it was 8 o'clock, wasn't it? Right, Baz. We believe you. Bit of movement across the left-hander. Trying to get off strike, but there was no response from Farhan. Rightly so. He's doing the right thing. Looking to drop and run. Play on force up from the non-striker's end. And down the leg side. Couple of wides in this over. Don't want unforced errors because the ball is swinging. Just needs to hit that leg.
Power off.
It's not going to be a high scoring game. It's not going to be a game where blasting the opposition out with bat or ball. Therefore, it's about discipline. Yeah, you're getting a bit of jag, but still field spreads about playing the holding role. Get to the 6th over when the spinners can come into it with the field spread. Full pitch, but your chance. And the reaction of Sikandar Raza, it feels that a direct hit and it's all over. It goes across his stumps. Really good fielding from Raza, but I think Sam Ayub had it covered. Really good batting. Deep square leg and a deep mid wicket for Farhan. Bit of room outside off stump and he's in terrific form. Classy cover drive to the fence. 2 done, 17 without loss. Wrong line, wrong length. So wide, the ball doesn't swing. And he spoils his over. Look good against the left-hander, but the right-hander creams him through the offside. Pakistan off to a good start. There is swing, but they still got 17 runs of the first couple of overs. Evans has been very good with the ball. He's got the ball to seam around. His lengths have been good, so he's been introduced in over number 3. Down the track and he lifts it high, wide and handsome. Maximum from side. Brad Evans. Very, very good for Zimbabwe. But doesn't get time to breathe. What a shot from Saim Ayub. Down the pitch. Now the outlook very different for bowler, for batter. Fielders running all over. Gaps being blocked. If you were thinking of attacking the batter, that's out the window straight away. Walks across and hits this over fine. And that has also disappeared all the way. Back-to-back sixes. Too good
reads the play so well. Charged the previous delivery, expected the bowler to change his length, shorten it. Positions himself and waits. Brilliant batting.
Can he get 3 in 3?
Shot ball pulled in the air. Chance taken. Couple of sixes and out. What a catch. Digs it in. Samayuk goes again. Wellington Masakadza. He's playing in place of Creamer. Geez, he runs and runs. And he takes it brilliantly. Not an easy one at all. Oh yes, Zimbabwe, they've got their man. Samayuk, couple of sixes, and he holds out for 13, 29 for 1.
Babar Azam walks in. Not had a great time in this tri-series. Nice delivery, just short of length, seaming away, but relief for Zimbabwe and Evans.
Digs it in, hits him high on the bat. Just got away from him, but eyes on the ball. Very well taken from Masakadza.
And Zimbabwe needed that. Syme was going hard. Babar going for that try, but there is a little bit of swing. Gets off the mark, down to third.
Played a very unlike Babar shot and got out yesterday. Didn't look good at all. Wouldn't have done his confidence. Any positives either. Babar Azam would like a big score. Here's an opportunity. Got a bit of a start. The run rate's good. Get himself in. Third man comes into the circle.
Huge appeal. Khan Afridi says no, and they go upstairs.
He did get across the stumps and down the wicket slightly.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. No on-field decision is not out. I have checked the feet. It's a fair delivery. Front on, please. Ball is close to the bat. Need to confirm through ultra edge, please. Waiting for the ultra edge vessel. It's coming up now. Let's keep rolling flat line. Then ball passing the bat. Roll it up to the bat, please. Satisfied, no bat involved. Go for ball tracking when ready. Original decision not out. Pitching outside off. Back in line. Wickets umpire's call. Stay with your original decision, Faisal. Stand by. You're on screen. Please signal.
Correct decision and a terrific review. 30 for 1. closer to his second over. Zimbabwe just fighting back. In that previous over, then a very close LBW shout.
Yep, game back umpire's call. That would have been really good for Zimbabwe, getting Farhan early.
With a drive, beautifully fielded. The fielding has been spot on from Zimbabwe.
Masakadza again. They're loving it. That's what you'd like to see. But timing brilliant from Babar Azam too. Deep square legs out on the boundary. And he wants the point on the boundary line as well.
Can that drive this time the gap? The crowd erupts as Barber collects his first boundary.
He moves. Babar Azam, there you go. Gets closer to that ball. And the point that was put out on the boundary line meant that extra cover fielder went square and that gap was bigger. Babar hits it. It's not swinging when he starts so wide for Maposa.
Better. Closer. Black arm pads. Rashid Riaz. That is because Izrahat passed away. He was a very accomplished umpire for Pakistan. 34 tests, 55 ODIs. He did 3 World Cups too. So a sad day as Izrahat passes away. But his legacy carries on.
There you go. That's better. Ball closer to the stumps. Thoughts and prayers? His family and friends. Babu pulling it back.
Inside edge or inside part of the bat will get a single. Now Bank Alphala, 1100 plus branches. Open your current account from your nearest branch. Enjoy various free services. Earn Orbit rewards by maintaining and growing your balance. Bucks on 35 for 1. Has been a boundary hitter up front for Pakistan. He just looks leg side at the moment. Nicely bowled. Very, very slow. Never really arrived. 35 for 1.
96 kilometers an hour. That's an extremely slower ball. Back of the hand, it doesn't bounce either.
In the air and just in the gap. cover drive.
Yeah, you don't mind that. Just keep hitting that length. Just need one to go to hand, and Zimbabwe believe in that. Pakistan dealing in punches, trying to make the power play count.
Nicely bowled. This is what he does. Hits the seam.
Because we know once the ball gets a little softer and the spinners come in, it's much harder to get the ball off the square.
Evans has impressed. He's been able to get movement off the surface. He's been able to hit the seam more often than not. Up front is difficult once he gets his line and length right, especially his length. Babar has a mighty swing. Ball drifts away, beaten.
He's starting on off stump as well, Babar Azam, across the stumps. Yeah, just getting them off that length. There is a bit of pressure, I feel, on the batters to try and get going, because not much happened with that delivery.
Another one on the stumps, back of a length. This is impressive. Just making sure that he hit those areas and keep that pressure going. Egotel Mobile, official mobile handset partner. First cover drive which went in the air, but he's causing problems. All four deliveries have been uncomfortable for Babar. This time just flicks it through the leg side. There's a long chase on. We come back for 3 because there was plenty of acreage.
Went for the glory ball, did Brad Evans. Babar Azam standing across the stumps. Went full, went at the pads. Babar, he was waiting for that one. Brad Evans, son of Craig Evans, hard-hitting middle order batter for Zimbabwe. Played in the late 90s, early 2000s.
This is straight to fine, so won't be any run. A dot ball to end the 5th. It is 40 for 1.
Failed it. Yeah, there's been some big shots played that have not got through the field. There have been others that have.
You're getting this feeling very early in the piece that he wants to break free, Babar Azam. He's trying to hit the ball a bit too hard. They're once again hitting it hard and hard into the ground. And we know, I suppose, there are ways of getting on with it. Some would take a little bit of time and try to time the ball. I think Babar Azam is that type, that kind. But in this innings, he wants to tee off straight away. comfort for Babar is that he's got a partner who is absolutely in red-hot form. 12 for Farhan of just 10. Top edge, gets it past the infield. It's a long ball. I think it's gone all the way for 6. Hit it hard. Garava's got a bit of pace and always will have that extra bit of bounce. His 6-6 is a huge unit. But that was top-edged for 6.
He'll take it on. Each time there's any sort of shortness in length, he'll try and take it on because they're just the two fielders back. Trying to maximize on the power play. And that goes all the way. Happy days if you're Farhan. And once again, giving his side a decent start in that power play.
47 for 1 in just 5.3, so going at a rapid pace. Yeah, more cosmetic than anything else. Yeah, they're indicating with his wrist that was the slower one, the cutter.
Yeah, glad that he's gone to that, actually. Garava is just in the green room, sitting in the next room, thinking, there've got to be a few more slow ones on this surface, number one, but also just with the intent of the Pakistani batters. And Farhan particularly looks like he's trying to absolutely smoke it. You were talking about Babar a second ago.
That's a smash. That really is well played. Shorter in length and smacked. 50 comes up for Pakistan, and it's Farhan Sahibzada who's leading the act with some scintillating hits. It's a 6.
He'll be so disappointed with this, Garava. Absolutely no protection on that side. And have a look at him go up that list of most 6s in a year, in a calendar year. 104 6s. Sahibzada Farhan.
The field coming from the edge of the ring on the offside. It's a dot delivery to it. The over 53 for 1. Power play is done. Pakistan opting to bat after winning the toss. And I think the big challenge for me is how they set up the show, batting first up. So chasing has been easier, but batting first can be a bit tough at times.
Yeah, and what I see is from Sahibzada Farhan is an intensity. He wants to still go at that tempo that he managed yesterday. Almost sort of carrying on from where he left off. Yeah, still needs to have the same sort of control which he showed yesterday, which was fantastic. Here's Masakadza into the side.
All eyes will be on Babar Azam and how well he plays spin. It's not that he can't play spin, but it's just that, you know, his range minimizes just a little bit when he's up against the spinner. And these are good batting conditions, even though there are a lot of cracks, but the ball will skid onto the bat quite nicely. As the arm delivery, so it's a decent start. So no real rush. I think as far as Babar is concerned, he can take his time. Let Farhan seal the deal with some big shots. You see this change in his entire DNA. You know, a couple of good scores, good innings, and he's now flowing. There's a smile on his face, and there's a lot of rhythm in his batting.
Confidence is a tonic. It really is. And it's not often a whole lot that's wrong with players, good players, top level players, when things don't go well. Even if they get into some sort of a rut, it takes something, a couple of things that are small, to then be adjusted and click back into gear, and then all of a sudden you'll forget about it. You think, oh, he's always been playing well. In the same way, when it's times that are not going well against a particular type of ball, and it seems prolonged. Baba not having the greatest time currently against the spin. 56 for 1. A good start for Pakistan. 53 in the power play. They'll be happy with that. Skipper Salman Ali Agha said, want to see how we go chasing a total. It's a good catch, that. Wellington Masakadza. Good wicket to get as well, with them going at it. Saim Ayub dismissed. They want to see the back of Sahibzada Farhan as well.
Ball, change of pace. Right, it's happening on 28th November. Nilofer, buckle up. We've seen some brilliant partnerships on the field, they say, but this one between Fawad and Mahira Khan is pretty special. Pure gold. Some shot really was special, because he had to beat the field on the leg side, which was heavily loaded just along the skirting. And when you're on form, this is what happens to you. Effortlessly finding the gap. Is for 2. It's going to be 2. Throw on the bounce.
They're just kind of hedging their bets with this field, actually, for Maposa. Fine legs up in the circle, and then they've got a long leg, or you'd probably call him a deep backward square. So he's kind of floating between the places he'd be. If he wants to be back of a length, probably needs that man to go a wideish fine leg, and then have somebody in front of square. So they both kind of need to go that way, and you can get rid of a man who's at a short fine. He's not going to stop anything if he gets anything on his legs anyway, unless it goes directly at him. But the ploy might be sort of back of a length and pace off.
Pace off, as indicated by Sahibzada Farhan as well. Must be a great feeling. Crowd chanting Babar, Babar. I mean, pretty special.
They do it every time. He goes to the strike, they start shouting.
Absolutely nothing on the ball. And it's not given a wide. According to the new rules, you can get away with it.
Yeah, fair enough. That nearly clipped the leg stump. Good that he's going with the slower ball. On the left, he sort of just has not quite leg cut, as if he's just kind of letting the ball go through the fingers. And it's quite some flexibility for him to get round like that. So not quite, you have those who go kind of seam up over the back, out the back of the hand.
Oh, unlucky. Found the fielder. Otherwise, that had 4 written all over it. 8 done, 64 for 1.
Yeah, 2 dots to finish with those slower deliveries. It was 4 out of 6 pace off in that over. I think it really is a good ploy. Got to still make sure that you're getting it on target. You've then got to also make sure that you have the field set right. Just to try and frustrate these Pakistani batsmen who have started well, going at 8th, and will feel that they should be getting the ball away. Little pressure that way.
It's not the first time that is inside edged it. Nice flight, keeping it away from his range, and so a lot of bottom hand came into play. That one kept a little low. Partnership of 38 of 35. Yeah, that's a good way to play spin also. Every now and then, Bauer can do that, use his feet. In the meantime, it's figure-free moment for some. Download the app and get the insurance you need on your fingertips. They're like statue and release. There's the sweep shot, and that's a rarity. But he's got to play that shot every now and then to maybe get the wicket ball away, the balls that are ball within the stumps, and irritate a spinner. Not a natural. You can make out that he's not a natural sweeper of the ball because he's got so many other options. It's a good option to have against spin, though. 9 done, 72 for 1. Should Pakistan challenge themselves with the bat to get around 200? So there's this battle to win, and then there is a little wars or battles or skirmishes, whatever you want to call them, where you challenge yourself as a team. So they need about 11 and over really to get to 200. Ryan Pearl, inch of experience, 60 wickets. Best of 3 for 13. Is he good, Pommy?
Yeah, good leggies. experienced guy, and he's a thumper of the ball himself, so can kind of put himself in the batter's shoes, and he gets wickets, as leggies do. And this is what Raza's looking for here, a breakthrough. Yeah, so can he just create an opportunity here? Can he get one to turn? Can he get one to slide along? Do you play for turn and it doesn't? Whatever it is, as long as he can just get one on the stumps and break the partnership, then you can go to work again, start again.
That's a wide one. But I like the idea of fielding a leg spinner, even in a T20 game, because it just tells you about how the captain and the team is thinking. Leg spin means wickets. They can be expensive on the night or the day, but you've got to back them, because picking up wickets, taking wickets is the key to success. Otherwise, the game will run away from you. So adds variety, adds a bit of valor and bravery, I'd say. That's into the gap, a long hop, put away for 4.
Should have talked about. Long hop, this one. He hasn't got it together in the 3 that he's bowled, well, 3 leaguer ones. Short and easy to put away that for Babar Azam. And happy to get that too. He can get on his merry way.
I said I like the idea of a leg spinner playing.
I was talking about me. I was talking about me, not you.
Cut shot goes to the fielder. That's well defended at point. That ball was travelling.
I wonder if that's due, because with him bowling a seam up one like he's done there.
प्लीज़ गाइस लाइक करो सब्सक्राइब करो चैनल को शेयर करो अपने दोस्तों के साथ and welcome to everyone who's watching my stream.
Is it going to be one? Only single.
He decided to go with the change today. There's Graham Creamer, who's not playing today, who's the full-time leggy, whereas Burl is a batting all-rounder who will give you an over or 2. So at this time, he'd normally be going to Graham Creamer.
You've got to land them properly. A little bit of misfield allowed that second run. That's good thinking from Sabzada. He pushed Babar Azam for that too.
I don't think he can be the one shouting about with a couple of full tosses and a short one and all the... Not ideal. Everybody work together. 83 for 1.
And we'll have drinks.
Stadium, Pakistan versus Zimbabwe in this tri-series. Pakistan winning the toss, electing to bat first. The halfway mark, very comfortable courtesy Saibzada Farhan, 39 of 25. He's very strong in the line with the stumps, but you don't want to offer any width. 200 strike rate just outside the off stump. Shared his fair share of luck earlier on, but has continued on his merry way from a good 80 just yesterday of 45 deliveries. 2 big sixes already again. 54-run partnership with Babar Azam. He's also gone at a decent rate. Skipper brings himself on. Much needed change of bowling as well alongside me, Russell Arnold. Russ, what do you make of the first 10 here?
Yeah, we saw Saibzada Farhan's approach. We know on this pitch you got to bowl stump to stump. Yes, his strength is dragging it to the leg side. And there were a couple of instances he got lucky, the bottom edges. But the Zimbabwean bowlers reacted to that and they started bowling wide at the stumps, which is actually bowling into his arc without the field. He's feasted on that. I'm also a little bit surprised by Sikandar Raza has delayed bringing himself on.
Almost takes Babar Azam out. Great fielding on the fence by Ryan Burl. Ball striking and the fierce power that he does generate, Farhan, is really good.
We do know there are 2 right-handers out there in the middle. Hence the off-spinner always reluctant. Oh dear. Jeez. Babar Azam did really well. But he's a quality bowler. He's got variations.